Hi, I'm Coach Ray with Chiropractic Care Oakmead, and today we're going to be going over 5 things that you need to keep in mind in order to keep yourself safe while doing the rower exercise. A lot of times we see patients end up in the training room as a result of sustaining injuries to the neck, back, and hip area as a result of not doing this exercise correctly. So make sure to keep these 5 things in mind before you do the rower exercise. Number 1 happens before even starting the exercise, which is adjusting the damper setting. On most of the newer models of rowers, you have on the side of the flywheel an adjustment. If you start with the lever on a higher setting, the bigger the weight will feel when you pull in the exercise, which might not be the best thing before you even have your form right. Make sure to take it all the way down to 1, get your form right first, and then adjust accordingly, which leads us to number 2, your form. A very common mistake on the rower is lurching your neck forward while pulling back on the handlebars. If you're used to hunching over when you sit down, it's likely that that habit will carry over into your exercise. Make sure to pay special attention to this. Having an upright form will keep you right the whole time, and as you pull back, make sure that neck stays up straight. Keeping a tight form where your power comes from your quads and your core first will leave you less prone to lurching your neck forward in order to compensate for the arm motion. When you're pulling back on those handlebars, make sure you're driving into right below your chest and keeping that neck up straight. That way, you aren't whipping that neck forward and leaving yourself exposed to hyperextension and different kinds of injuries that can happen to your neck over time as you do this exercise. Number 3 is leading with the arms. With the resistance mainly coming from the handlebars, it can be tempting to think that the exercise is mostly upper body. But the arm portion of the exercise comes in the tail end of the drive as you pull back. Make sure your legs extend first with the power coming from the quads and your core, leaving your arms extended and then driving through with them at the end of the drive. Then, as you release back, release those arms first and the legs follow. Legs, core, arms, arms, core, legs. If you start the drive with your arms, it'll lead you into a snapping motion as you start this exercise, leading you not only to miss the exercise in your legs and core, but also leave you prone to injury in your shoulder and neck area. The fix? Starting with relaxed arms at the beginning of the drive of the pullback. Then, once you feel those arms extended, you'll be ready to pull back with your upper body strength in order to supplement what you've already started with your lower body. Number 4, an overly extended lean back. When finishing the drive of your row, it can be tempting to lean all the way back to get every last drop of that exercise in for your upper body. However, when you overextend and go up to nearly 45 degrees to get that lean back, you're overcompensating with your neck in order to keep yourself up. And different muscles will start to engage, ones that you don't necessarily want to exercise and ones that will leave you prone to injury in a whipping motion. And over time, this will not only ruin the rhythm of your exercise and the benefits that will come to your lower and upper body, but it will leave your neck engaged in a bad habit that can leave you with stiffness and immediate injury. The fix? Using your core to lean back only as much as is needed to finish the drive of the handlebars into your lower chest. Then you can begin reeling back in a more comfortable rhythm. Number 5, ramming your hips into your heels. When you're in the zone, it's tempting to fly back into the beginning of the drive as quickly as possible on the reel in. But what this leads to is your hips ramming into the back of your heels. When this happens, it could lead to an unnecessary rounding of the hips and pelvis injury. The fix? Adjusting the rhythm of your exercise on the reel in. Between the drive and the reel in, it should be about a 1-to-2 ratio. The explosion coming on the drive back and the reel in taking in a little bit more time to be relaxed and collected as you begin that pullback again. When you do this, you'll give your core a better exercise as well, putting you into a better rhythm to slow down and get that core release exercise as well. The second half of the stroke should be more controlled, starting with your core. A focus on the abdominal muscles and having a calm and collected recovery will prevent your seat from smashing frantically into the front of the rower. When you keep your form right first on the rower, you're going to build better habits that'll keep you healthier and less injury prone as you continue to do this exercise into the future. I'm Coach Ray with Chiropractic Care. Thanks for watching.